Dragon Ball Victory. This is going to be session 0. I am going to be the narrator. I'm Murdoch. To my left, as I look at the screen, I don't know anybody else, but as me is Tom. Tom, why don't you say hi?
Hi, I'm Tom.
And Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about the character you're going to be playing?
All right. I'm going to be playing Mira Danshore, human from Earth. Her family claims that they are descended from the Devas of old, although, if that is true, the bloodline has been diminished over thousands of years. However, she's very much into her ancestry and studies the key arts in order to get closer to the old heroes of her family.
Outstanding. I'm looking forward to helping you build that dream, or build that character. And to Tom's left on my screen, I don't care about you guys anymore, is Jeremy.
What's up? Jeremy here. I am gonna play Cowbell. He's Namekian. He's great. You know that. Everybody knows how great he is. If you don't know, you'll learn. He originally he's Namekian from I believe it was age 850. He came from originally New Namek. He was pulled into the Time Patrollers and dropped off into the current timeline after, he did a good job. Apparently not good enough because he's not getting back home.
Well, that being the case, do you have any other information that you guys want to spill before we go?
Cowbell, I actually do. Cowbell has a brother. Some people like to call them twins. Namekians aren't really. I mean, we're not going to get into Namekian. Yeah,
Biology.
He has a brother. Yes, his name is Conch, and who was also pulled into the Time Patrollers, and they may seem kind of weird together. Cowbell being a little bit more, how would I say? Loose. What is it? I can't remember the words now.
Okay. So, Conch and Cowbell's favorite sport, by the way, is sand tossing. Factoid. I also, just for the record, will have a character that will be played. It's a female Saiyan. Her name is Katsumi. Just for the record, I will be not party leading at all, and I will be trying my best to not divulge the plot. But I feel that Dragon Ball Z the RPG is a really good way for a DM to play a character that allows them not to overstep their bounds as a DM and overstep their bounds as a character. So I just want to put that out there as well. So I'll be running a female Saiyan named Katsumi. With that out of the way, as Drop Dice has wanted me to do, he wanted me to do a session 0. And what session 0 is going to be character building and going over each step of character building. Now, Tom and Jeremy have both built characters in the system before, so they're very familiar with it, but we're going to go a little slower for the viewers. So we're going to open up here. And the first thing we're going to do is, obviously, they've already chosen races, which is a huge thing in this system. Choosing races does several things for you. It determines 2 of your aptitudes. You get to choose the last aptitude, which affects literally everything you do except for key. And it also gives you your racial traits. Tom, why don't you tell us what the human racial traits are?
Hold on. Oops. Let's go to the right section. Human. All right. For humans, the first racial trait is gifted, which is very nice for skills. When purchasing skills, humans may spend experience as though they had 1 aptitude relevant to that skill if they would otherwise pay the full price, letting humans sort of diversify their skill set much more than other races. They also get tough as nails. When burning a fate point to survive a fatal wound, you roll a 1d10, and on a d10, the fate point returns to you at the end of the session.
So that's really cool. And how about Namekians there, Jeremy?
Namekians. Their aptitudes are intelligence and key. So they're pretty smart, pretty good with their energy. Their racial traits are the first one is called extending arms. Namekians have the unique ability to extend their arms beyond what would seem naturally possible. This allows them to manipulate objects with their hands at long distances as well as attack opponents with single standard attacks or grapples at range. So, key part of Saiyan tossing.
Seeing tossing is the long arms. That's correct.
It's part of the sport. Hey, I didn't create well, yes, I did create this sport, but that's not the point.
We
Uh,
we created this sport.
all right. The second racial trait is called regeneration. Namekians, having a completely alien biology compared to humans, are able to heal themselves by regrowing their limbs, much like reptiles and such. Namekian may make a DN5 healing test.
DN.
DN.
I was just going to say DN. For those that are unfamiliar with the system, DN stands for difficulty number. We'll get more into that later, but
I was going to say that we're going to go over DN a little bit later. So,
yep.
DN5 healing test to replace any lost limbs or non-vital organs, which you should know, DN5 healing test is not the easiest to get. This takes a great deal of energy and as such inflicts a degree of fatigue when used. Again, we're going to go over fatigue later.
Yeah. And as I am playing a Saiyan, I will go over the Saiyans. Their aptitudes are strength and offense. The racial traits are Saiyan blood. How the system works, Saiyan blood, if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, then you've probably heard the term Zenkai boost. Saiyan blood is essentially their Zenkai boost. If they're taken down and fatigued, which is one of the ways they measure damage, again, we'll go over that later, they get extra experience to kind of show the Zenkai boost of the abilities. And their second trait is the Saiyan tail, which gives them access to the Azaru transformation, the great ape that you see that Goku turns into in Dragon Ball, and the great ape that Vegeta and Gohan turn into in Dragon Ball Z in the first saga. So there's that. So now that we've picked our aptitudes and race, or our race, we've gotten our aptitudes and stuff. I'll just go over some other races that are available that weren't picked. I'm not going to go over their aptitudes or traits, but just over them stuffs. There were half Saiyans. There's Beast Men. There's Arcosians, or Freezer race, however you like to say it. Majins, androids, aliens, and bioandroids. For the record, I did not allow androids in this version of the game, simply because androids don't make sense to start at such a low level game when they are built kind of with what they do, and they don't learn or grow because they're typically androids. So it makes a little to no sense for this type of game to have androids. And as far as bio-androids go, they're kind of broken if you pick the right selection of abilities. So we're going to just kind of those to the side for now. Those will be NPC only creations. Rest assured, they will be fighting some, but they will not be them, unfortunately. Not until later in the game if these characters die and they want to not resurrect for some reason with the Dragon Balls.
Hey, man. I feel like as a Namekian, I should let people know to stop using the Dragon Balls just to solve everybody's problems.
And Aliens is the final race. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that covers everybody in the Ginyu Force, all of Frieza's minions, the Ardradians, who taught Goku instant transmission. Pretty much anybody
not listed.
Yeah, pretty much it's the catch-all race for anybody not listed.
It's the one that's even used for any demons or celestial, like Kais and such. Everything.
Exactly. Okay, so the second thing you do is, is everybody starts out with 3 aptitudes. So what that means is, if I'm not mistaken, it still starts out with 3 aptitudes.
It still does. It hasn't changed.
It looks like they changed it.
Nope. 3 aptitudes was added in, not in the book. That's why. It's in the change of the Facebook thing. It's there.
It's not in the book anymore. It wasn't 0.5.
It was not in point 5 either.
Let's just verify this. Getting some feedback from Drop Dice himself. We are blessed with his presence. Via Facebook, that is. He's not actually here with us, unfortunately.
Because it was added in as an errata that I know I have the link to. I'll have to find it.
I see the erratas to that. Characters have 3 aptitudes now. You pick one, the other 2 are granted via race.
My
Alright.
guess is in point 6 that he's going to fully implement it into the actual book. Because, that would make sense.
Okay. So we'll go with 3. So their race dictates one. And again, I apologize for some of this. So this game is actually being an actively written game book from the Cream Games. He's a great indie developer, publisher person. I tried to donate to him. He actually says, "No money, please. I don't want to get caught." So, but ultimately, the game he's writing is amazing, and we are looking forward to playing again. But since he's still actively writing the system, he's working on checks and balances and tweaking things. So as we play, there might be some rule changes here or there. But this is one of those things that we're checking on, and this will come up occasionally during the course of the game where we check up on certain things. So that's one of them. So character creation will continue. We will continue with race and aptitudes. So you've got your race, which gives you each your aptitudes. And what are the other aptitudes you're choosing?
Right now, I'm waffling between key and offense.
You should stop waffling.
Yes, I know. Now let's pick one.
Although, to be fair, I do love waffles.
Yeah, they are delicious. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with offense.
Okay. And Power Man?
Power Man.
Conch?
I am not my brother.
Cowbell?
Honestly, I have not thought about which one I want to take. I'm considering strength because I would like to go a heavy strike-focused build. But
I was going to say, if I remember, Cowbell was the striker.
yes, that's why. Conch is the long range. Cabo was the short range.
Yes. Unless you threw a Saiyan at Conch, and then Conch threw it back.
I mean, that's the closest thing to long range he had by throwing things. So I'm figuring, Key is already going to give him a bit of. Key's going to give him what he needs already for powering up his key attacks, which includes his strike abilities. But key attacks, strike abilities still use martial arts, which is based on strength. Last time I checked. Yes, so I'm gonna go with strength. I really am gonna want that. It's just gonna match what I want to do better.
Okay, awesome. So now that we've got strength, we're there. Let's see. The next thing that we do is determine our basic attributes. So these are going to be your strength. Let me just move over here. These are going to be strength, toughness, agility, key, intelligence, and charisma. These are your basic six stats. So I'm going to tell people that you have 300 experience. That's what we're starting off with. 400 experience.
Okay.
To start off.
400 is the basic, yes.
Excuse me?
I said, if I'm correct, 400 is the basic.
400 is the basic, yes. So that's where we're starting off. So that being the case, I would like a minimum of 100 spent on your aptitudes with a maximum of 250 spent on your aptitudes.
So minimum 100 on aptitudes. You mean attributes?
Yes, attributes.
I'm like,
All right.
So I'm definitely going to want my strength at least a little bit higher.
So how's this guy?
My toughness.
Science assessments 45. Is that correct? That's one and
No attribute is allowed to go over 3.
okay.
That's not a rule in the game for the viewers. That's my rule. I want room to grow because the maximum attribute you can ever have, or the maximum you can ever have, is 5, which is starting at 3 makes you really good. Starting at 5, there's no room for your character to grow, and part of a long-running campaign is growth of character. So.
All right, I put my points in.
Yeah, I think this is all right. Just gave myself a bunch of 2s.
It is honestly one of the better ways to go.
I went with I spent 225, and I went strength 2, toughness 2, agility 2, key 3, intelligence 1, charisma 1. What did you go with, Tom?
Close. Strength 2, toughness 2, agility 2, key 2, intelligence 1, charisma 1.
How much total experience did you spend there?
210.
180. 180 for me.
Oh, that's right, because
Different aptitudes.
And for Cowbell?
I'm the same as him.
Okay. Outstanding.
210 experience for me.
Okay. Did you change the way they calculate power level in the thing, because they actually changed that in the book?
I don't remember seeing a change.
They did. It's now done by tiers instead of by blanket.
I'd have to... You mean the tiers of power?
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it. So, like, power level is calculated differently, but we'll get to that.
It's
inconsequential to the game, but it is a thing. If you're at the book, Jeremy, it is page 29.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it, and I'm pretty sure it's being calculated just right. It doesn't look like it's changed.
Okay. So, next, to create a character, what we got to do is determine skills. Now, skills are a reflection of what a person's good at, much like L5R, which if you're watching this, you probably watched our L5R game at least once. So like L5R, skills determine everything. You don't have an attack roll, you don't have a key blast roll, you have a melee or a martial arts skill. And based off that skill, you get to attack with martial arts, more dice, less dice, things like that. Those as well tie into the attributes we talked about earlier. So, excuse me, someone with, say, for example, strength and offense will be much better at melee than someone with key intelligence. On the back end of it, someone with key and intelligence is going to be much better at key blasting and things like that. So your aptitudes kind of help. Now in this game, some of us are going against our generalization. Saiyans typically are very good at melee. Namekians are very good at key, and we have a key blasting Saiyan and a physical Namekian in the party at the very least. I don't know what the human is. Hopefully the human's defensive, so we have somebody doing something around these people.
Hey, I have toughness too, and I have agility too. I was gonna focus a little bit on defense. I'm gonna be right up in people's faces.
But I just felt that that's amusing. So as a note to GMs that may pick up this game, watching this, and be like, oh, I love this game, remember that because it is Dragon Ball, you absolutely have the ability to have someone be incredibly overpowered compared to the party, even with more or less, or even with same or less experience.
Oh my God, Saiyans could easily overpower people even at less experience.
Because of the way their aptitudes work. So if they really go at it, so you want to kind of make sure that everybody goes into it, as I'll say, like an adult, and understands that this is for fun and not for them to use the evil word munchkin. So
I mean, I'm sorry to say the game is designed around people playing to their fantasies of being Dragon Ball characters,
Yes.
which is designed to Munchkin.
Awesome. So the next part is skills. You can spend up to your for this game. You can spend from what you currently have to 390 max experience on skills.
You need at least 10 experience in one key attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everybody has key attacks.
I don't think 10 is the cheapest anymore.
It's not. You can go far cheaper than that now.
Alright.
Well, yeah. Let's go with a ball that uses 10 key.
Okay, so let's see here.
Let's go martial arts. Rank 1. Now, Murdoch, are we allowed to take Sense Key right now?
Yes.
Alright.
That's a very, very important thing. I am also going to take healing. I need that for regenerating.
Oh Jesus!
What?
I put 1 in several skills, and I'm at 385.
I've put 4 skills. I'm already at 280. Trade.
There's martial arts.
I'll have to have drop dice make me a little Katsumi thing, so that way he can just be like, "Oh, it's Kasumi," and then I can, switch my nameplate here, my template thing around a little bit, and be like, "Ha!"
Bitches. Nice and simple, man. God damn it.
One deception. So now I need to figure out what I put 2 into.
What is this? Oh, that's not me. That's me. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna need the experience points. I'm at 355. I need some more experience points to put a good strike skill in.
Everybody took 1 and fly, right?
Yeah.
I most definitely did after your last game.
Well, there's one more to 2, but I'm not sure which.
Also, Murdoch, I don't know about you, but fly reminds me of the swim skill in Pathfinder, but more useful.
Well, yeah. You're always in air. Water is a bit more situational in those games.
Just saying.
So
saying.
For the
Alright.
record, being a key blaster in this system is effing expensive.
Are you telling me that being a melee person is not more expensive? Because not only do I have to invest in key stuff, I also have to invest in the martial arts and shit just to be able to utilize the striking.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm done.
So we're done? Okay,
Yeah.
Outstanding. So the next part that we'll do is building your key attacks. Now, this is stupid complicated to talk about it as far as trying to explain to the people that are watching the game. Safe to say that if you read the game book, which I'll make sure gets linked down below, if you want to build key attacks, I am pretty much going to freeform this for people at this point. Then we'll go over. But before we do that, I almost forgot. Let's hear some of those skills that people purchased, so that way, as a DM, I'm aware of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go? Tell me you want me to go.
I got it.
Sure.
Being the very talented human, I put points in deception, fly, evade, key blast, key control, martial arts, and sense key.
Okay.
Okay. Being the Namekian that I am, and apparently not human, therefore apparently different. I took 1 in evade. I took 1 in fly, 1 in healing, 2 in martial arts, because I'm good at that. And 1 in sense key. I was never good at key blast and key control, so I didn't put anything in.
Totally makes sense to me.
And yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, for Katsumi, just for everybody to be aware, I put 1 in evade, 1 in fly, 1 in key blast, 1 in key control, 1 in martial arts, 1 in parry, and 1 in sense key. So, being apparently a very talented Saiyan that I am. All right, so now we're going to go on to key build or attack building. So, I tell the characters or the players because they know how devastating key attacks can be.
Stupidly devastating.
I will instruct you to not build your ultimate attack at this point because I feel like you should develop that in game.
Was never planning on it.
But I feel like you guys, for like Katsumi, her beautiful, her dazzling beam or whatever I called it, will not be available until later when she develops the attack because that is going to be something that I'm going to use in the campaign is developing your own key attacks during training. So just remember that we're low-level characters, about the strength of Goku and Piccolo at the beginning of the Raditz fight. So please just remember, they didn't have very many key attacks. So, 1 or 2 basic attacks should be good.
Okay. Yeah, probably just gonna have the 2.
Tech type strike. Damn, I always forget how expensive this is to start off. Also, Murdoch, I should let you know that I finally have better confirmation about how when you use magnitude and burst value. It was better clarified in 0.51. You can't use magnitude in anything else other than beam.
Correct. We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I could swear that was contested at one point.
No.
No, it just wasn't very clearly stated in earlier editions, I think.
Yeah, but it is now. In Beam, it specifically says you use this, and it says you use magnitude in place of burst value. Just, in case you want to know.
The burst is more expensive, but yeah. Simple. Now fiddling with numbers time. Which damage does Q?
Yes, I did it. My basic attack type, Murdoch. That's it. Nothing special. I literally went for like a very simple punches, and I'm at 397. I don't know if I can actually change that up in any form.
Yeah, doesn't got a calculator.
Well, it calculates pretty well, so you should be fine. The total XP will be on your left-hand side, along with the key cost.
Mm-hmm. That is 1.25, which is nice. And
Murdoch, remind me. I don't remember Namekians having a naming convention for their attacks. None that I remember. Yeah. All right. So because I want to try to keep this as good as possible.
I'm not sure most species actually name their attacks.
You'd be surprised. It's
There's usually the name for the attacks is based on the school you come from. So like Kamehameha is Great
Yeah.
Turtle Wave or something.
Yeah.
Dodon Ray has to do with cranes.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, humans, by and large, are the ones who name their attacks. Like, there's a few aliens who do it, but I think most just kind of hurl energy at things.
Actually, no.
Saiyans actually tend to.
In most of they name their attacks, but a lot of them don't like scream out their attacks when they're performing them, unless they're important, like
Big attacks. They're
big attacks like Vegeta with Gatlic Gun or Big Bang.
They want to intimidate with it.
Yeah, Frieza when he's using Death Ball. Like Bardock never says Spirit Cannon, I believe.
Yeah. He never did last time I checked.
Also November.
I don't have the benefit of being able to grow a lot. So I should shave, because, screw you guys.
I was growing out my beard, but it got so hot and itchy. Can't stand it.
Open the window.
I'm not always near a window, Jeremy.
I think you feel life by, admitting that. There's always a window in life.
Let's see. 40, 4 times.
All right, Murdoch. I figured out my name convention. I'm going to go with. I'm going to stick with the. I'm just going to be stupid and stick with the musical instruments.
Okay.
I have an attack. One attack, but it's there.
Katsumi is also only starting with one attack.
I mean, honestly, even getting a very basic attack is half decent. That might even do something.
And I spent exactly 400 experience for the record.
I'm 3 off, so I'm as close as I can get. Just so you know, Tom, you might just weak attacks really, really don't do a lot. From experience, the problem is a lot of weak attacks. It's so easy to evade. It's so easy to get around a weak attack. Weak attacks are for mooks, like the ones that you pretty much don't calculate at all. You're just hoping for chance to kill them. Like my one attack, which is 42 experience, is still not a strong attack. And I would not recommend anything below that, really.
So I'm done. So what is your attack? Give us the name of your attack and its abilities.
My attack is I infuse my fists with ki energy, and I strike multiple times in fast succession. The name of the attack is called Drum Roll.
I was gonna say, is it Drum Roll? Pretty good.
I thought that was good. I was trying to think of different things.
Tom, is your attack ready?
No, I'm waffling on things.
It happens.
Are you an Ego?
Shut up.
What kind of Ego? I need to know. Are you a chocolate chip? Chocolate chip.
No, home style for the win. And if Tom says buttermilk, I'm gonna reach through the camera.
I can also accept Belgian.
Where do you stand on chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip is fairly good, yes.
It's
All right.
up there.
I'll go with chocolate chip then.
All
Good
right.
choice.
Were you gonna go with buttermilk?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
This is gonna be hilarious if you actually stick with like waffle themed stuff.
Alright. No, almost there. Just need to tweak the cost.
You can call yourself Dane Cook. He's the waffler.
Oh, God.
I made everybody remember a great scene from a great movie.
All right. Katsumi's attack is called Rainbow Beam. It is a beam attack that has, as it flies through the air, it
Produces 7
changes
colors.
color. Yep. Its key use is 6. Yeah, that's actually not too bad for her, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, that's right. I never actually went over what my key use and all that. If you want me to.
Sure. Give me a minute though.
Yeah.
And the experience cost is 15.
Man, it's that key use 6 that really reduces it.
She starts at key 6 every battle, so I was like,
Honestly, I probably can change things around. I could do that too. I have my key pool is 6.
I wouldn't go anything over 3 then, if I were you.
I was not trying to. Well, the problem is my attack is a key use of 4. I would love to go lower, but that puts me literally 3 points over 400, Murdoch.
All right. Do we round up or do we round down?
It's already rounding itself, but it rounds down.
Okay. All right. So I believe I have my attack. Let's see here.
But sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I have to make sure that I actually calculated this correctly. But my attack is called Vajra. I fire a trio of lightning bolts which explode. Base damage is 3. Key cost is 5.
You added damage amp to it?
I had burst value, so of 3.
Because I did burst value also, but I'm like, wow, you went expensive. You added damage amp.
And say, yeah, my magnitude on mine is 2.
Yeah. So. Actually, yeah, I also added damage amp as well. It's like the base value of that was 9, so.
Jeez.
I had points left over, okay? So I decided to make something nice.
Yeah, but even adding 1 damage amp is automatically just like ramps up the experience.
Okay. Right. If you want, I can like scale it back.
No, it's fine.
You do what you want, man. I'm just.
All right. So before we start the game, this is completion of session 0. I'm going to set the tone of the world and kind of give us some introductory small combat against some mooks,
Murdoch.
which is actually.
We did forget one thing of character creation.
Power level?
Z-Souls.
Oh, you're right. You're 100%
That's a very
right.
huge part of the game.
Okay. Thank you. So, as Jeremy said, the last part of character creation, or there's 2 actually parts left, but the actual important part is Z-Souls. Z-Souls are abstract. What they are, if you played Xenoverse, they're kind of, they give you a power-up in that, but the designer of this game uses them to help flesh out your character. Not unlike ideals, flaws, and stuff like that in 5th edition or other games like that uses kind of them as a personality trait. The difference here is that if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball, when someone gets really angry or they hit that one button, like, what's the matter, McFly, you chicken, that sort of button. Marty McFly, one of Marty McFly's Z-Souls would be, nobody calls me chicken. And then, when someone calls him chicken, he gets a boost to what he's doing. So Z-Souls serve a very similar purpose, and that when you get that trigger, you get a boost. So if you've already have Z-Souls for yours, Jeremy?
I was actually still coming up with them. Most because I never thought about them until right now, because I literally forgot as I was going through my stuff. I know at least one of my Z-Souls I want to be related to being a time patroller. As of right now, I'm just calling it time patroller. I don't know if I want to fancy up the name. My goal with that is more of like, in situations that call for a time patroller to be like, an intergalactic cop. Essentially, I'm forced to, to go into that situation because I still consider myself a time patroller.
Okay.
That's
totally fine. Just for the record, at age where you will be playing, I haven't set the scene for the audience yet, but for you guys, time patrollers are actually a big thing, and that is why I was totally cool with you bringing in a time patroller.
All right, cool. I'll come up with the other 2 in a second.
All right.
All right, Murdoch. I have my 3. At least I hope I have my 3 because honestly, I just thought about the character and how I played him when I played him in Xenoverse, and tried to emulate some things.
Okay.
My second one after Time Patroller is called Brothers United, showcasing that how good of a team he and his brother were always. And he truly believes that he's the strongest at his strongest when he's with his brother.
Okay.
And my third one is called Unfashionably Late. I think it's very self-explanatory.
Going a little Goku-esque. Don't you think it would be pleasant if you arrived before the fight for a change?
Hey, it's not up to him. That was Conch's goal.
All right. Tom, have you come up with yours yet?
Mostly. Like my first one will be like the heroes of old, in reference to heroes of mythology, because that's what she's trying to be.
No, do you mean the Dragon Ball Z mythology, where Goku, Vegeta, the Z Fighters, Hercule, and Boo?
I was thinking more like the Indian mythology, where like there's an overlap there.
Okay.
You want to be like Oob. Got it.
Alright. The second one is prove humans are strong, because she's sort of acutely aware humans are sort of considered lowest on the totem pole in regards to power, and she wants to prove them that humans can be just as powerful as the weird aliens and demons and stuff wandering around.
Okay.
And my third one... what was the third one? What else would you do?
Come on. You know you want to join me with being unfashionably late.
Kitsui's going to be the only one at the beginning of a fight, and then you two are going to wander in.
Unless you take it too. Then, like, all of us were just always late for everything.
Honestly, don't take that. But I'm mostly suggesting a funny one that gives a different eliciting different than your general, goal of the character. For me, my goal of my character, the Z-Soul that matches best, is Time Patroller. Brothers United is kind of a mix of it. But Infatuated Late is just more pure personality quirk.
Why is there a 1 at the top of my screen?
I don't know. I've seen it with Chris sometime when he airs the games. Just let it go, I guess.
Decisions. I'm gonna go with socially inept.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, Murdoch.
She has trouble relating to ordinary people.
Do you mean people that can't control their ki?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, but that's not fair. Gohan made a book that made it so everybody can learn how to control their ki.
Yeah, and if they don't take the time to read it, then why should I give them any respect?
I like it. All right. So, Katsumi has Time Patroller as well, because she indeed was a Time Patroller. She worked alongside Conch and Cowbell on the rare occasion when they were sent in together. Her main partner is an Arcosian named Pyre, who may or may not show up as an NPC at some point, or he may indeed be picked up by Jeremy later, because that was another character that he played. She has I Am a Proud Saiyan. She is a Saiyan. However, she's a female, and if you remember in the series, there's no true female Saiyan shown except for Fasha, and really her fighting abilities never
There was
shown.
the Bardock special, the manga, that showed Goku's mother.
And now Goku's mother isn't in the...
I
You're
could
talking
swear
about...
it was the manga special,
yeah,
Bardock's
the mega
Day.
special, yeah, Genie. Or Ginny.
Yeah.
And then she has Don't Disregard Me. She doesn't like being overlooked. She's offended when you don't deal with her. So, that is that. So, now that we've got that set up, is power level. So, for people that watch the show, you know what power level is. In this game, it really doesn't matter so much, but it is something that is out there and available, and it's kind of a nice little throw off. And the guy does it, the designer does it really well. We'll start with Jeremy. What's your power level?
I kind of switched screens because I was working on the baddie screen. My power level is 1500.
Okay. Tom?
Let's see. If I'm reading this right, my power level is 1800.
It happens. You have more skill points. That's why.
And my power level, Katsumi's power level, I should say, is 1700.
Remember, power levels are meaningless.
Yes.
They're just there because we like to know the high numbers how strong we are.
Unless you go up in tiers of power, and then they get pretty gross pretty quick.
Well, the number is still meaningless. It's the tier number that matters.
No, it matters. So, just for everybody's information, you have the option. Everybody starts out with a scouter. They do detect power levels. Possibly they haven't been tested on a god, but it is rumored that they can read god ki if they're upgraded properly. Something that a normal human hasn't figured out to do yet. And the scouter acts as a communication device. So you can press it and communicate with each other. We will not be starting out with armor this time. I know last time I started out with armor, but not this time.
It's cool.
You'll have to earn it.
I should.
Yes. So, that being the... Jesus, Jeremy, I'm going to have to talk to Chris about Cowbell and his height.
Hey, man. Don't blame me.
So before we officially get into the world of Dragon Ball Victory, why don't we start with Tom? And Tom, just describe how your character looks and her fighting style.
Well, she looks basically like her portrait. She is of Indian descent. She's around 5'8", 5'9" in height. A very toned, athletic, muscular build. Her fighting style is based a bit more on agility and rapid strikes rather than brute force. Oftentimes, she'll be using a sort of knife hand style to slash or stab at her opponents rather than bludgeon them.
Okay. And Jeremy?
Well, the picture you see is exactly my character from Xenoverse. To be fair, his actual height should be about 6'3"-ish. He is. You can see he doesn't look like. He does look a little bit different than normal Namekians. as he's descended originally from the Piccolo line of Namekians. He is actually a mutant. That's why he has the fin on top and he has blue eyes. That's a thing, Murdoch. There are mutant Namekians.
I didn't say anything.
That's right. His fighting style is he's a close range. He is pure unarmed. He never really liked using weapons, and he was never the best at shooting out ki. He generally slashes at people with with like claw-like hands or punches them with fists. He keeps it simple. He keeps it real.
Crap.
What's wrong, Tom?
Now then, I pressed the wrong button. Never mind. Don't worry about me.
Control Z.
Okay. Control Dragon Ball Z. No. Terrible jokes. Okay. So Katsumi, for the audience, since I have Shenron, is she's a female Saiyan. She's fairly short. She's 5'3". Black hair back to about her shoulders. She wears a hairband to keep it out of her face. She'll tell you she keeps it on with ki if you ask her. Why it never really gets in her face. Aside from that, her favorite color to wear is red. Really it? Nothing too special about her. I mean, she's a typical Saiyan, hot-headed, but she does enjoy doing the right thing. Her primary goal for getting stronger, aside from the fact that she's a pure Saiyan at this time, is to find the rest of the Saiyans. She believes that they're still out there somewhere, and that her goal is to find them. And we'll get into that later on in the story or whatever if people are asking about it in game, or if it happens to come up via questioning and the RP is there, it'll happen. So that's that. Is there anything else we need to do before we go, guys? You guys ready?
I think you wanted to introduce the actual world itself.
I'm going to, but I'm...
Oh, for character-wise,
yeah.
I believe I'm good.
Pretty good.
Okay. Well then, welcome to the world of Dragon Ball. This incarnation is going to be called Dragon Ball Victory. The reason that we're going with Dragon Ball Victory is I think that it allows the players and will allow the characters to kind of enjoy the fruits of victory, which is kind of weird considering that Dragon Ball is all about getting beaten down constantly. But it is what it is. So, in this setting of the world, we will go and kind of explain what happened. So, everything that happened in Dragon Ball Z happened. Okay, and for the people that would like to know kind of when that happened, the resurrection of Frieza, or the Resurrection F Saga, takes place in age 779. This game will take place in age 1000 and 1001 technically. So there's a lot of stuff that has happened since then. Primarily that Goku and Vegeta are no longer around. They got old, kind of, and went off on to have a final battle. It is said that there were a series of supernovas that preceded their battle. The battle was known to the world. They obviously couldn't hide who they were at the end of everything that happened. And the series of battles is said to have left supernovas that were actually visible. The people that know about it will tell you that those supernovas that were visible for a while were indeed from the battle of Goku and Vegeta. They never came back. Now, the legend, if you would, about them is they are truly ascended gods. The ability that going Super Saiyan God gave them is, in addition to the God Ki, is the God Ki grants immortality. Now, whether that's true or not, no one knows, because they haven't been seen since. The world, they've decided to leave the world and let everybody else deal with it because their power is beyond what anybody could really measure and comprehend now. Um, so there's that. There's Mr. Satan and Boo continue to fight in the World Martial Arts tournaments. Mr. Satan goes out a champion, essentially. And Mr. Boo creates a female, Mrs. Boo, and they have a baby using an ability that the Majins used to reproduce. It's called Love Love Beam. They pretty much tear off pieces of themselves and throw them at each other.
I love this story about why he wanted to make a female version.
Okay. Do you want to enlighten everybody? Because I know, because I have the page open.
Yeah. Essentially, Boo was still alive, and while Mr. Satan was alive, I forget the name of the book. I think it was Margaret and Robbie. But the point is, there was a book that he was introduced. He read it, and it introduced Boo to the idea of love.
Bob and Margaret, by the way.
What is it?
It's Bob and Margaret.
The other way around. Okay. The point is, he was introduced to that book, and he got introduced to the idea of love, and he wanted a mate. So he created himself a mate. Literally that simple. He just figured out the idea and wanted it, so he created it. So
that began the whole. That's why we have a Majin race that's playable at the moment. Mr. Satan, Hercule, as you guys will call him if you're an American fan, started a telecommunications martial arts school. Essentially, it's how to fight over the internet, but kind of with holograms and weird stuff because, the Dragon Ball Z universe. However, very shortly after he creates that, there's some rumors that, it sucks, that it's worthless, and essentially what happens is people go to Hercule's house, and Pan, Hercule's granddaughter, which is now being featured in Dragon Ball Super, is, or not featured, but she kind of came into existence in Dragon Ball Super.
She's there.
Subdued them, and that made the news, and now it's the Pan Fighting Network. So that style kind of Mr. Satan and the Turtle School and the Nameks kind of got translated to the rest of the world at large, and it allowed for an ambiently higher power level because more people were able to receive quality martial arts lessons. There was a movie called Satan's Legend, or Hercule's Legend, that allowed kind of people to get really the first experience with ki. She's in the movie. She kind of explains what ki is, and it's kind of weird. So people start getting their first really experience of it, and then later on, Gohan writes a book called Groundbreaking Science, and that tells everybody pretty much how to use ki, what it is, the actual science behind it, and how to use it and apply it and learn it, which again brings up the ambient power level of humans and allows more people to be stronger. So that's a thing. In this time, Trunks and Goten start a sword school of martial arts. So that's a thing. Mr. Satan eventually, when he dies, he becomes a national hero. There's a large funeral. Now, because of his death, the remnants of the Frieza Force attacks Earth at this time. Now, as you may or may not know if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Super, spoilers, in Dragon Ball Super, they reveal that Hercule, or they say that Hercule, fought off Beerus the Destroyer from Earth. That is the news that spread to the universe because of, the way news works and stuff, and that humans are flying out through space at that time. This being the case, a lot of aliens and stuff refuse to come and mess with Earth because they don't want to fight the guy that was able to destroy Beerus, or defeat Beerus the Destroyer. So that should be noted. So when he dies, the Frieza Force comes to Earth to attack. essentially. So that happens. They are beaten down essentially by Trunks and Goten and their students. And at about this time, both Tien and Krillin decide that, well, the sword school's doing good, and with groundbreaking science, Gohan's book, it allows people as a general to understand what ki is. And now, so people are experimenting really without the proper martial arts training. Yes, there's the Pan Fighting Network, but it's only you don't have the personal instruction of a sensei. And so they both opened schools, respectively, the Turtle School for Krillin and the Crane School for Tien, to teach their stuff. There's also a little bit down the line, Yajirobe begins to he leaves Korin's Tower, and he starts a senzu bean farm on Earth, underneath Korin's Tower. So there's that. There is a Majin that is very influential that dies against the Frieza remnants in a battle that really deeply affects the Majins. And it actually allows the Majins to leave their innocence for the first time. So Mr. Boo, Mrs. Boo are very innocent. Their child is very innocent. And there's this Majin Manny Manny who is also innocent, but he dies protecting people in a battle. And when he dies, this deeply, because of the way the Majins are created, they're all kind of a piece of each other. It deeply affects them, and they become not necessarily non-innocent anymore, but part of that innocence really leaves them. So that's an important thing. At age 850, Cowbell, Conch, Katsumi, Pyre, and all the other the Time Patrollers join the Time Patrol and help fight the demon god Degra, Mera and Toa, which Mera will understand Cowbell will understand Mera then left after being defeated by the Time Patrol and destroyed New Namek. So his people are on Earth. When they got to Earth, the New Nameks, when they got to Earth, they created a place on Earth called Purunga Rocks that's like Earth, or that's like Namek. Now, the issue with being on Earth for the Nameks is they are not innocent, but they're very open to ki, and they're very open to the energies and the ebb and flow of life, as you may have noticed from the Namek Saga. That being the case, when they're in the Namek Saga, you may notice that all the Nameks are pleasant and happy, and they all kind of come from Guru. Well, when they get to Earth and they start absorbing some of the evil on Earth, and humans are able to deal with that stuff, Nameks apparently not so much. So we have the evil Nameks that are born, and they're the evil Nameks kind of spawn these eggs, and when they spawn the eggs, they all kind of get marked with that demon kanji that King Piccolo had, kind of symbolizing that these are not good, and they're starting to cause problems. Then there begins a battle, really, with the Earthlings and the evil Nameks. The evil Nameks believe that they should be allowed to have the Earth because they're more powerful. The humans don't want to give it up. Eventually, it kind of ends, and that's it. There's also another group that springs out of the remnants of the Red Ribbon Army. Kind of. It's called the Red Pants Army. The Red Pants Army is defeated in Age 11, kind of. Kind of like how Goku defeated it when he was a child. There's always going to be remnants. Part of what they did is they actually resurrected Dr. Gero. Having been resurrected as a human and not an android, kind of benefited him. He was able to create some more androids and stuff, and so that's been a problem. And they also recreated Cell, called Cell X. Um, defeated, but kind of. So now where we are is in the Dragon Ball Online, where that kind of takes place. And Dragon Ball Online, all these factions are around, and then that story happens. And we're going to kind of pick up from where that story happens, where the player has kind of, in Dragon Ball Online and the world, has had time to not necessarily settle down, but the evil Namekians have been beaten back. Mera and Toa are still around. They haven't been defeated yet. The Red Pants army has been beaten for the moment, but that could still have problems. And there's new like Pilaf gangs trying to take over the world, and other humans that are just decided, F this place, I want to be evil. So that is where we will pick up in that universe. Again, if there's questions or comments, unfortunately, I have the Q&A turned off for today. I didn't really want the that stuff going down today for reasons of I wanted to kind of get people into the story first before we asked questions. But please, as always, feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will absolutely respond. I just want to let everybody know from this point forward, we are going off. There is no canon that is written currently, and I'm going to make my own. Since Dragon Ball Online never made it to America, I'm pretty much going to go where I see fit with all of those elements that we talked about, just so people are aware. If Roshi comes in, he's an old man, he wished for immortality. Why is he here? Because I want him to be here. So please, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball and you're watching this and you're going, that's not how they did it, I apologize. I'm taking liberties here. Also, I will disclaimer that Dragon Ball Super is actively being produced and released in Japan. I watch the subtitled version of it at the moment. I will not change anything that has already happened in the game to go along with Dragon Ball Super. If something comes up and in Dragon Ball Super that I can incorporate, I will, such as Dragon Ball, or such as Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, which, by the way, for the purposes of this game, until it gets a different name, it's going to be called Super Saiyan Beyond. Excuse me. Beerus the Destroyer will be around, the Time Patrol will be around, Frieza's relatives will be around, all that stuff will happen. So just bear with us if those changes come, and we'll try to incorporate them if it makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, excuse me, I'm having gas, we'll just ignore it. So, you all, if you want to open the item I gave you earlier in the chat. If you have that, you guys will be able to see a world map of a map of Dragon Ball World. As such, you guys are going to start on in North City or North Capital. Okay. North City, just for the record, is near Giroux's laboratory. It was one of the first places hit by the Red Pants army. And this is where also Frieza first destroyed when he came back to Earth from Resurrection of F. But that was a while ago. So, as such, it's relatively new and modern, as opposed to some of the other places that don't necessarily have they have more history in their buildings and whatnot. You guys will start here. It is approximately 1 month to the next World Martial Arts Championship. That will take place here in North City. It went from being a specific place where the Tenshinhan Budokai was held to a move around to the capitals because of how popular the sport got. It was just easier, and they decided to make more money, not unlike the WWF, by traveling. So this year it's going to be held in North City. Now, because of this, there's been an influx of money and crime and questionable people that have come in for it. So that is where I start you. You guys will be at the basically the Satan Hotel is what it's called, the Hercule Hotel. when you hear a scream outside. You both know each other roughly. As combatants in the World Martial Arts Tournament, you've signed up for your own reasons, whether it's to increase your strength, increase your ki, or to test your new abilities, or because you were instructed to. You both know each other, and Sconch, you and Katsumi are actually staying together in the room.
Okay.
So you will all hear the scream.
Scream.
Go to the window.
Okay? As you go to the window, you will actually see falling from the sky, there's a spaceship.
Oh dear.
This usually harkens very bad problems. Namely, the Frieza Force keeps coming around to mess with you for some freaking reason.
They don't ever seem to give up. Ever.
Ever.
Well, not on my watch they don't. I'm gonna fly after it.
So you just right through the fucking window, screw this thing?
Well, I opened the window first. No reason to cause property damage.
Well, wait a minute. We're in Dragon Ball. How are you not going to cause property damage?
I like that. I like his awareness of property damage.
I like it too. We'll go.
Well, no. Actually, Murdoch, no. He's keeping in the spirit of Dragon Ball Z. How often do you really see them not fighting in some wasteland that's so very far from property?
I mean, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
Okay, so no property damage. You open a window and fly out. The hotel manager will probably thank you if he finds out. Katsumi will say to Cowbell, I sense a dark energy. Are you able to fail it?
I will try to sense such dark energy.
Okay, so let us use the system, the roll keep system. So you would roll your key sensing skill.
Plus the skill plus my attribute.
Yep.
Which is a total of 3 dice. And the success margin is over, 6 right now? Tier 1?
Since we are in Tier 1, the success margin, I believe, is 6.
I think I remember that right.
Yeah,
9 to 6.
Success. Yep.
Then I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Is there any ones?
Nope. I have a 4, a 7, and a 9.
Okay. So you will fail, you will indeed fail a dark energy.
Alright, then I will, after I sense, I will, I hate when I fail dark energies. I suppose they're going to want us to do something about it.
I don't know about us, but I'm certainly going to go do something about it. She'll walk over and open the window.
Because apparently we're conscientious of property destruction.
Property damage, that's right, yep.
Yep.
And she's going to look at you and say, why so slow?
I look at
And
her.
she takes off.
I hate when everybody just rushes ahead of me. God, people have too much sense of urgency.
Now, Tom, what is your fly skill?
1.
Okay. Jeremy?
Do you want just the skill or you want the full number?
The skill.
The skill should be 1 for me.
Okay. All right. Are you eventually going to fly out?
Eventually.
Okay. Do you close the window behind you?
We're in North City. Damn, I had to travel from West City. Because West City is where the Namekians live.
Yep.
You can't be that mean to people. They got bills to pay. This is heating costs. I will close it.
Okay. So you close the window. That's the first for me in a game ever.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
All right. So, as you're flying, Tom, you will start to feel 2 energies coming from behind you. You recognize them, but it's only 2. You would have thought with the World Martial Arts Tournament in town that there'd be more people coming to see what's going on. But there's only 2. You will also fail because you have key sensing, right?
Yep.
You took a rank in that.
2.
Two. Outstanding.
Oh man, he doesn't just feel it; he knows it.
You you will fail the dark key in front of you and know that while you probably could take on what's in there, it's going to be difficult and it'll be a lot easier with 3 people.
All right. I will start to slow down a bit to let them catch up to me.
Okay. After a few minutes, or a few seconds, I should say, you'll see a female come by you. She's looks human, but she has a tail. Now, you've heard people heard tell of certain people growing tails, and it's not necessarily, common. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's very rare. But you have heard tales of it. It's said that those people are able to grow stronger than normal. After a few moments, you recognize easily a Namekian.
I am very recognizable.
Very distinctive. So, as I drop back to within speaking range, she's like, "So, is this everyone?"
I look around. I'm like, no, there's a lot more people. They just didn't come with us.
I would have expected more from the martial arts tournament. Pity.
More glory for us, I suppose.
Too many people like to believe that the only glory comes from the tournament.
Well, they are paid to compete nowadays, aren't they not?
You
True,
know,
but-
I was dragged in time to compete, for my very life and save countless people, and I don't have any glory from that.
You will see Katsumi doing this as you're flying.
Well, regardless of the glory, this is my home. I should not let these invaders take it.
Again. Very well. Let us head there and see what is what. This energy feels ominous.
Indeed.
You are able to feel it?
I do. Dark.
Agreed.
It
Yes.
does feel icky.
Icky sticky. It does not feel like the Namekians at all, which I would have hoped it would have been them coming from space, but we shall see. Let us head to the crash site, shall we? With that, Katsumi will take off, and she will be going at full speed. What are you doing, Jeremy?
I was pointing in a direction.
Oh. Okay.
Forward, ho!
Tally ho. So you guys will arrive there at roundabouts the same time since you fly at the same speed. There is a ship crashed into the mountainside.
Tell me this. Crap, I don't have knowledge skill. That's not. Well, no, I can still roll basic intelligence.
That's it. Yeah.
What kind of ship? Like, do I recognize it? The design and such. My roll is. Aha! 1 success. A 6.
Nice try, Yamcha.
I only have 1 dice right now with that.
No, you will not recognize what it is. However, if Tom would like to roll a sense key check,
Hold on. I got it. I got to give my word right here. I don't know what kind of ship that is. I've been all over time and I've never seen anything like it.
I got 2 successes, no ones.
2 successes. You feel a distinct demon aura on it, actually.
Ominous. This feels like demons.
Demons. They're always trying to screw with time and other things. Oh, whoa. I look at Kazumi. What's the names? Demons, Toa, and such.
Mera and Demerga, yes.
Yeah. Shit. What if it's them?
It isn't. Their power level is not this low. We have been neutered. or in my case, spade. She giggles.
I don't get that term.
I feel like I'm missing some context.
We spent time working with the time patrollers. You're actually familiar with the term time patrollers, just for the record. We worked in Toki City, helping them to deal with some demons that were trying to mess with time.
Interesting.
When we were done working with them, we were tapping into a higher key than we were allowed to, essentially, and that key has since been removed, weakening us greatly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
We were told we could only obtain God Key the normal way, whatever that means.
Interesting. Well, I'll have to ask about that later. For now, we should focus on the matter at hand.
Agreed. And almost as if that kind of triggers it, shall we say, a door will open.
Dun dun dun.
And out steps a small Arcosian.
Oh dear.
He's got a teardrop-shaped head, almost, when he steps out. Then he will say, "You are Earth's mightiest warriors?"
Well, we are the
Where
first
is
one.
Saiyan? Goku.
I'm pretty sure this isn't Goku here.
It's like, I think you're about 300-400 years late on that one.
200.
200.
Goku lived pretty long.
It's like, you're about 200 years late on that one. Hasn't been seen since, well, since he went off for his final battle.
Well, I have achieved greatness in my travels. I must destroy this planet as revenge for my ancestors.
Why does everyone keep wanting to blow up this planet? Honestly.
To be fair, people from this planet keep on blowing up other planets too.
Hey,
Well,
that was not my fault.
That's all he does is laugh at that.
Well, needless to say, I take umbrage with this. So, phew! I just shoot him.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I like this. I like this human.
I mean, what else would I do? I'm here to blow up your planet. Pretty sure that's not open for negotiation.
No, I like it. You're just like, all right, fine. Bang! You bitch!
Bro, we understand each other. You want to kill us, we want to kill you. That's what's happening.
It's like, by the way, just to let you know, I realized I messed up the calculations of my energy attack. It's scaled down a lot from what it was before. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, just you know, the character builder does the calculations right.
Roll
Right.
your attack, please.
okay, so I'm going to assume that's a key blast roll. So,
You roll key blast,
yep,
Are you
and
just
then you must have the appropriate amount of key to spend.
I do. You start off at like half at
you
the
start off half your key pool, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so I have 7 and this cost me 5, so yes, I can do this.
You have 7 total?
Well,
No, 14.
What's your key pool?
14.
Jesus. A higher
What
key
the-
pool than I do.
God damn!
I have 2 key blasts, 1 key control, and 2 key sense key. So
Also-
that also adds up.
Murdoch, I don't know if you're giving it to him, but Bio Right's normal round's supposed to give him the power up also.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn.
So you
Also,
have half plus your power up.
4 successes.
God bless. What kind of attack is this?
This is the Vajra. It's a ball type attack which fires lightning.
He's
So-
literally throwing multiple lightning balls at him.
just 1 now. I had to scale it back.
So you'll hit with a net 1 success?
Damn. Alright, so not that it matters in this case, but it's also AoE in a 5-meter radius, so it explodes around him.
Oh my god.
Also, yeah, this is supposed to be a crowd clear. So also it's electrical, so he has to roll a thing or be paralyzed. See if I can do it.
Jeez, you really did go all out with your first attack. I just went with a couple punches.
Alright, in addition, target must pass a toughness test with a DN equal to the attacker's key attribute or suffer temporary paralysis. So roll toughness with a versus 2.
Will succeed.
All right, so he's not paralyzed.
Well, yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, so does this have a burst or magnitude value?
It has a burst of 1, damage application of 1, so...
Okay, so it's not going to burst, just for the record.
Yeah.
Give me your damage, or give me the damage.
How is that calculated?
Damage on a key attack.
Oh, right. Derp.
Let me tell you.
Nah, I blanked, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm going to give people the damage. So, use successes to attack, plus key, plus amplified damage.
Okay, so 1 success plus 2 key plus 1 amplified, so 4.
4 damage. Okay. So when you do that, now he deducts his toughness from the damage. So we'll deduce. He's going to kind of come up and go, "Why, you little insolent! How dare you! I am Lord Cursor,
That's
heir
nice.
to the Frieza Force. You will bow to me, or I will kill you."
Decisions. Bam! Shoot him again. So...
You remind me of my brother.
Alright, 2 successes this time.
Okay, so this time you go to shoot him, and he's just like, "No!" And he just bats that shit out of the way.
Okay, that's fair. He was ready for it
Katsumi's
that time.
going to tug on Cowbell's arm and be like, I think he wants to fight him. Let him defend his own planet.
I mean, I feel like I should help him.
Katsumi says, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, think about it. If he gets to go around, the Time Patrol is just going to tell us to go fight him anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see how strong this young lady is.
I didn't say we can wait. I just said that we should probably consider helping out a little bit.
Okay, so everybody roll initiative.
Remember, I am unfashionably late.
Yes. So how you roll initiative is your agility score plus successes gives me your initiative.
I am at a 3.
Alright. 15. Save here. Also 3.
Okay. 3 of you are acting on the same turn.
Is Katsumi joining us?
Nope, Cursor.
What is she at?
3. What is your intelligence scores, everybody?
1.
Okay, so Cursor first. After intelligence, high or low, Tom?
Low and slow.
It's a 9.
High as the sky.
Cowbell and your character's name, Mura. And okay. So, Cursor is going to look at you and say, "How dare you, insolent fool," and then try to blast you with a finger beam.
Okay.
Murdoch, I'll be right back. I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm going to go full defensive my first turn anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. I need you to roll evade or parry.
Will evade. 2.
2. Okay. So as this beam comes in, you'll jump out of the way before it hits.
Alright. Neat.
And then he's going to Curse you! Stay still while I kill you!
Not going to oblige.
Okay. Normally, Cowbell would go. He goes. He is full defensive. Toughness. I'll make a toughness check for him. He gains nothing to his toughness score for the purposes of overcoming DR. Murrah.
Alright, I will move in and attack him with martial arts.
Okay.
Should I do a rush? Nah, I'll just move it normally. That's martial arts roll. That explodes. Alright, so 3 successes.
Okay. 3 successes, and then I will. You'll hit with an out of 2.
Cool. My strength is 2, so I guess that's 4 damage.
It's successes to attack plus strength times 2.
Oh, strength times 2. Wow. Okay, so that's 6 damage then.
6. Okay. He's going to look mildly upset at you. You notice that no one else has entered the fight yet, Mara. So that's a thing. And you're gaining your key every turn, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, this thing, you are going to be attacked from martial arts. He's going to attack you 2 separate times. So you can avoid the first one or the second one. Well, technically you can avoid both if you roll high enough.
Oh, okay. Well, dodge, I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, technically it's evade or parry.
I'm evading.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes. So you'll completely avoid the second attack, but you are going to take hit from the first attack. So that's going to be 7 damage.
Ow.
You minus your toughness score from that amount.
Alright, so that's 2, so I take 5 points of damage.
Okay. Yes, yes, now you fear us.
Not quite seeing the fear yet. Oh. He disappeared.
So he has.
My opponent has run away in shame. Shame!
Sorry, everybody, for the technical difficulties. I believe Tom is right. His opponent has run in shame, and hopefully, if he's not a pussy, he'll be back. I wonder how long it's going to take Murdoch to realize that he disconnected.
He probably knows. Imagine something else.
Hey, he can sometimes get into his tirades about things and just forget things for a while.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the restroom.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. Never mind.
Should have gone.
Sorry about that.
All right.
I do not know what happened.
The opponent ran away from the fight because he was scared of her.
No. That will not be a thing. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, Kurza just said, yes, yes, that's right. Learn to fear us. The mighty Kurza force. And now it is your turn there, Cowbell.
All right. He said the Kurza force. Did other mooks get summoned?
No, there are no mooks yet.
I was just trying to make sure if I'm reading their scene right. Um, Mira looks like she's doing she's in top form right now.
I agree. This is from
So,
Katsumi.
so I start cheering on Mira.
Roll a charisma check.
Yes. Oh God! Hold on. I have to reroll. 2 successes with 1 die. I actually exploded once.
Phrasing? Okay. So you will get a will point.
Huzzah.
Yeah. Go, Mira. You can take care of it. We all believe it.
Mura?
Alright. I'm gonna do something a little fancy and use an after-image technique. On a successful agility plus deception test versus the target's perception, key sense, or search, any opponent in the area loses awareness of the user. So, I'm going to roll agility plus deception. Deception, sure. For a total of 3 successes. He has to roll his perception, key sense, or search in response.
I love this. Murda created this guy to fight all 3 of us.
Just cheering on the one.
He'll completely lose you. He's like, "Where did you go?"
Yep.
Yes, run away from the mighty Kurza.
Yeah. So, until he succeeds on perception, he cannot attack me unless it's with an area effect attack.
Hold on. That sounds stronger than it should be.
Well, I have to give up my reaction for this, so if he does hit me, I can't dodge. So there's that.
True, I'll give you that one.
Alright. And that was a move action, so I'll use my attack action to attack. Martial arts roll.
I feel like I should look into Afterimage more often for this character.
Just for the record, After Image is kind of like stealth. If you hit somebody, they're gonna know where you are.
That's fine. Like,
But unlike stealth, you can do it as a move action. That is huge.
So you should probably use After Image after the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So,
We'll count that. We'll count what happened, but you will attack first.
All right, thanks. Okay, hold my attack. 3 successes.
3?
Yep.
Okay. They're defenseless, or Kurza's defenseless from you. So you're gonna kick him in the back of the face.
All right, for 7 points of damage.
Kurza's gonna look mad at you, and he's going to go, "How dare you hurt the mighty Kurza!" Katsumi will stay quiet and just sit there. Kurza's gonna start changing.
Oh boy. So, is this like the show where we politely wait for him to change, or can we start punching him?
No, there's actually rules for this. You can let him change in exchange for
Getting hit points and stuff back.
regaining hit points, regaining fatigue. Otherwise, you can interrupt him. You can go and beat his ass and try and stop it, and he'll have to start over.
Hmm.
Do you need hit points and fatigue?
I'm okay with that. I mean, honestly, given the situation, I think Muro would just keep punching him.
Okay.
Then, by all means, keep punching him.
Alright. So, yeah. Get back to me. Martial arts roll. 2 successes.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of rule this. He's just gonna take it on the chin because he's transforming.
Alright. So, 2 plus 4. 6
What's
points of damage.
not interrupting him, Murdoch?
Nope, transformation no longer gets interrupted if you don't react. If you read transformation, they took away the interruption.
I did not see that. Well, because I didn't have a character that really transformed that much, so I didn't really look into it again.
So how much damage?
6.
6. Okay. You're gonna start noticing like his body's starting to deform. Katsumi's gonna do nothing. Cowbell?
I look at Katsumi and I'm like, I know we should kind of let her do her own thing, but if he transforms, it's gonna just be harder on her. And then we'll actually have to do something.
Yeah. Let us find out. Let us see how powerful this Mura really is. Or this woman, because she doesn't know your name yet.
Right.
Really is.
I feel like, yeah, I can't do that. It's usually better to take an enemy out before they get too strong. I'm gonna charge in,
Okay.
and I should be at full key by now.
You should be.
Because I've just been.
Yeah. Nope. You're at full key.
And when I get to him, I am going to start the drum roll.
All right. You just go, drum roll, please! Pow, 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 pow.
Yes. Yes. So, lucky enough.
You gotta do that. You gotta do the fist thing. You gotta show it. Let's go.
It's the. So, lucky enough for me, it's just rolling a pure martial arts roll.
I just want you to know that you went completely out of focus when you did.
Hey, man, that's exactly how fast his fist moves.
It throws the world out of focus.
Yep. All right, so martial arts roll, go. Just I do have a burst value of 3 on this.
Yeah.
And let's see, I have 3 successes.
Okay. So for the viewers, how burst value works, and for the players as well, but the players you should mostly know.
Mostly.
What happens is the successes to the attack only get added to the first hit. The other, since it's a burst 3, there'll be 2 other hits. They do not get the successes to attack. They just get the straight damage of physical plus martial arts.
Mm-hmm. Which is 4 for me. I roll 4 dice. So my first one is 7 damage.
Okay.
And then 4 and 4. If he does not, I don't know if he's reacting or not.
Nope.
So he's taking all 3 hits straight to the face.
Yep. So give me as much as that is.
Well then, because toughness is going to be done on all 3, it's 7, 4, 4.
So 11, 15?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus, he's almost dead. It's a good thing I started transforming.
Oh, crap. If you transform, he heals.
Yep. That's why he's transforming. All right. This is probably your last turn to hit him, Mura?
Kill him.
Interesting. I'm going to use my point of willpower on this martial arts roll.
Okay. What are you using it for?
I believe I'm going to be pushing.
Okay. Do you want to explain that to the audience?
Sure. After determining how many will points they want to spend, the player makes the roll as normal. The roll is calculated as normal. However, a number of dice equal to the amount of will points the player spent automatically explodes, regardless of the threshold, so long as those dice are counted as successes.
Okay.
So basically, when I roll, since I'm spending my 1 will point, I can choose one of my dice to automatically explode so long as it succeeded, regardless of whether or not it was a 10. So... Yeah, that's pretty good.
Remember that ones wipe out top down.
Yep. Did not roll any 1s. That's 5 successes.
To his face.
Yeah, I just like speed in front of him, like roundhouse kick to the face.
Okay.
So 11 points of damage, I guess.
So you roundhouse kick him to the face. 11 points of damage. Oh Jesus. 11.
Come on.
Yes. 2 points away from killing him.
God damn it!
As you do that, he's going to kind of, for the record, for the audience, I will always give my bad guys far more hit points than they should, because the hit points in the game are calculated fairly low, and that allows one bad guy to seem as a threat to multiple good guys, but multiple good guys would destroy a bad guy unless I powered them way up on every stat. So just for this type of enemy where it's 1 on 2 or 3, I prefer to have way more hit points to make the fight seem more interesting. But neither here nor there. He's going to take it and kind of go, all right, and fall to the ground and be like, you will regret this! And he kind of sounds constipated.
I was gonna ask him if he needed some albino.
Okay. And he's going to transform. He's going to get taller. He's going to look around. And he's going to basically say, now you're in for it. My second form.
Oh dear.
And then that's his turn.
All right. Am I up next?
No, it would be Cowbell.
Okay.
Katsumi's not doing anything.
No, she's staying out of it. She told you that.
She's still staying out of it?
Yeah.
God.
Till this mook is a threat, she's not worried.
Everything's a threat. She just doesn't know it yet. Alright, I'm gonna go for the drum roll one more time.
Okay.
I need to test it on his new form. That is 2 successes. No 1s, of course. So that'd be 6, 4, 4.
Okay, so 2 successes. You go pop, 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 and he just looks at you.
I look at him, then I go for an after image.
Okay.
What was it? Roll? Was it agility?
Agility plus deception.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna be good at it, but you know, I don't trust his new form.
For the record, when you roll deception, that's usually a charisma skill.
Mm-hmm.
You do not roll the associated aptitude with it. You roll the ranks in deception and then the ranks in agility.
Yep, I'm rolling agility. It is. I don't actually have deception. I'm trying this with pure might.
I don't think agility is pure might.
Hey man, my 2 successes say otherwise. So if my 2 successes and my agility is a 2.
2 successes?
Yeah.
Stop running, he'll say.
Did he catch me?
He did.
So now you can't dodge.
Hey man, I'll live.
Mura? May I ask what your naming pun is?
Naming pun?
Never mind.
He doesn't know all the everything in Dragon Ball has a naming pun. Everything.
Oh, including the humans? Like, I was aware of, like, the various fruit-based alien things, but...
For the most part, yes. Actually, even humans do.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that, so sorry.
It's okay.
Alright.
His naming pun is he's from Indian, Hindu mythology.
Alright, well... Bat! I'm gonna shoot him. Behold my new...
Okay.
So, key blast.
Your noobs, not your old bzz.
2 successes.
2 things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's going to try to parry you. Okay. So, because he exploded like a boss on your parry, your own attack is coming back at you.
Shit.
With a net of 2 successes.
Can I do anything about that, or just take it?
You can evade it.
Alright. Evade. Well, 3.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. He doesn't have the reaction to parry you, so he's just going to take it on the chin.
Oh, okay.
So I need damage.
So 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5 points of damage, and he needs to make a toughness roll.
2 plus 2 plus 1?
Yep. 2 successes, 2 key, 1 amplification.
Okay. It doesn't have a burst value? Burst from 1, you said.
Yeah, so the once it hits.
3. Okay. And he has to make the save?
Yep.
Okay, he will save.
Someday that will work, and it'll be awesome.
Well, it's low. But when it does work, you're gonna fuck someone's day up.
Yeah. It's gonna screw over a lot of mooks because it's also an area attack.
A lot of those work like that. Yeah.
Okay, so here's how this will roll. He's going to go and be like, "You are not worthy of this form." Ha 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 ha! Death beam! Yeah. And he's pointed right at Cowbell.
Motherfucker! What did I do? I didn't do anything. This motherfucker kept on shooting electric balls at him. I feel like I punched him, isn't it?
Okay. A 3 success death beam. With
I can't dodge it.
I know you can't. With a 2 magnitude. So he's got a key score of 3. Let me just go down here. Sorry, I'm just referencing things. So he's got damage amp of 2, key score of 3, so that's 5 damages. He's got 4 successes, or 2 successes, so 4 plus 2 plus 2.
I'm gonna die.
15 damage total.
I'm not dead, Murdoch.
If you cranked your toughness by 1, if you have a 2 toughness, you should have at least 20 health.
No, toughness is by each one is 5, so I have 2 toughness, 2 strength. So
Yeah, so you have 20 health.
Yes.
But you do have a level of fatigue.
I most definitely do.
Okay. As soon as you get hit with that, Katsumi's going to kind of walk over, because she's been holding her action. She's just going to raise her hand for you to tag her in.
Tag.
Do you tag her in?
Does she walk over? How far is she? Because I could stretch my arm if need be.
Yeah. She like extends her hand.
So I extend my hand 15 feet away.
And tag.
Tag.
Okay. You have since tagged in Katsumi. Mura.
Okay. Do it again or punch him some more?
Just remember, Murdoch, I can punch at range.
I would think you would sit and be in awe.
All right. I don't know how she fights, so given that, I'm probably gonna move back in and martial arts him again. Yes, it might be a bad idea, but I need to see if he's still such a bitch at being melee.
Pretty sure I heard him.
Yeah. All right. So 3 successes to martial arts.
Okay. You will succeed with all 3.
Nice. So 7 points of damage.
Okay. Katsumi's going to come in to the fray. She's going to just fly past you and rush his ass. Kick him in the face.
Show him what's what.
Show him what's what. Okay. So she rolls 1 success, and she hits Kurza with 0 successes because he whiffs again. Doing strength times 2, which is 4, plus number of successes 5. So 5 damage total, which is going to be reduced down. She kicks him. She will send him 5 feet backwards as he kind of tries to block and misses. So that'll be that, and then his turn. She's in his face. You've been punching him. Okay, so she's gonna try to fly past her and hit you with a martial arts check.
Okay.
What's your evade total?
2.
2. I don't know what to do when there's a thing. So we'll just say that you take a quote unquote glancing blow, like kind of like in Shadowrun, where he makes contact with you, but you've kind of backed up the block a little bit and do no damage, and then he's going to disappear from your view.
Son of a bitch. Like, if that was a rush, I'd be okay saying that it did still push me back.
Yeah.
Alright, so I go flying backwards.
Okay. And then perception or key sense.
Yep. 3 successes.
You will not find him.
Damn it! That's terrible.
Neither will Katsumi.
Oh, that's right. I should probably roll this.
You should probably be like, he's up there!
Hold on. Let's see if I notice him. Perception test it is. Is it just basic perception?
Yeah.
Perception or key sense. You can roll either.
I'm gonna roll key sense because I can. That's just better. I have 3 successes.
You will also fail.
Shit, really?
You did really well, apparently.
What do you do?
After imaged.
No, I was like, you know what? Forget it.
You
How
roll
many
like a
successes
ball.
did he have?
Yeah. Somebody had
Not supposed
4.
to tell you.
He had 4.
You just know that he succeeds on an easier number than you because he transformed.
Yeah. He gets a 5, and I.
Okay. And
Well-
he's Arcosian, so he's charisma based either way.
Yep.
Okay. So that'll happen. You guys want to do something?
Hey.
I mean, I guess spend my action to key search again?
Okay.
So come on, explosion. Yes, 4 this time.
Give me a moment to find out how contested stuff works.
Hmm.
Because I want to know, and it doesn't really say that I'm aware of.
Yeah, like if we both get the same score.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
which I don't really see anything about contested roles so far. Opposed test. Yeah, it doesn't say. Hmm. So I'm going to ask this. How do people want to deal with this as the players? Do you want to meet beats or beat or no beat?
Hmm.
And remember, it works both ways.
Yeah.
Jeremy has no opinion.
Oh, okay.
That's Jeremy.
That may
I'm
also be
okay with
because
combat having glancing blows, as far as meeting the they when they equal out.
Hmm.
But as far as skills and opposed tests,
Alright. By the way, Jeremy, I think you're muted.
I am.
There you go. How would I deal with this? It's like the really highest. Just see. I'm inclined to go with meets beats.
okay. Then Jeremy,
I was gonna say that was gonna probably be my default answer.
meh.
Well, it's because I was trying to actually look up to see if there was if he said tying and all that instead of just contesting.
I
But
didn't see it, but if you want to look, we'll look for it later.
no, I already looked for it. That's didn't find it.
Yeah.
I'll go with that until we get better answers.
Okay, so we'll go with meets beats until we
Yeah.
find a better answer. So, meets beats. So you will find him. Upon finding him, you will notice that he is up in the sky, charging an attack.
All right. I'm gonna assume that eats up my action. Tells us pointers like he's up there.
Okay. Katsumi's going to look up and take off. She will make it this turn. Wait, he's got to fly of. She'll make it to him, but not be able to attack.
All right.
She'll make it his turn. All of a sudden, a huge ball will grow from his finger. Like it was really small before, but now it just like whoop and grew.
Oh, bullocks.
Jeremy.
I hate getting revived by the dragon.
Your fatigue has gone away.
Has gone away.
You stood in awe, remember?
Awe can only be done via transformation.
Or charging an attack.
Nope. Awe only states transformation last time I checked. I mean, if you want to change that, I'll let you go, but.
Or charging an attack. Go look at awe.
Or performing another amazing feat that may leave characters in shock or paralyzing fear.
Yes, he was charging death ball.
All right. Tell me this: when he death lasered me, right?
Yeah.
Did it how bad? Like, did it destroy any limbs? I need to know.
No, you don't need to regenerate limbs.
I'm just making
Although
sure.
you do have a hole through your chest.
I can live with that.
Yes.
I'm just trying to make sure if I'm being impeded in some other fashion other than just having 5 health. I really need to take the healing, because the healing skill by itself does not say anything what it does. It just says minor wounds and all that.
I'm gonna create quote unquote techniques later on.
Well, no, there actually legitimately is a healing property.
I know, but it doesn't really. It doesn't function how I want it to function.
I like the way it functions because I was going to use it as the heal over time version.
Okay, I mean, if that's what you want to do.
But that's for later. The point is, Yeah, I've got to stop him, I think. I'm gonna...
Make perception with a bonus die, because she said he's up there.
Can I sense key with the bonus die?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Surprisingly, for not being good at with my key, I'm actually better at sense key than physically looking at things. Well, I think I'm gonna make it. I've rolled at least 4 successes and I've had 2 10s.
You will make it. Don't even need to worry.
Of course, the one time I really roll good, I can see him after the giant ball is in the air that he's charging. Now, Murdoch, I know you're gonna say no to this, right? But by all rights, in the book does not state how far my arms extend.
No.
All right, I'll go closer to him so I can extend my arms far.
Okay.
Can I move once and then extend my arms far enough?
No, you can't get that far.
I hate getting revived by the dragon. I can't heal myself. I can't reach him. I don't have a. I'm gonna get to him as fast as I can. Is the best thing I can do.
So thematically, you're just.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to fly while keeping my hands stretched.
Okay.
You know
I
how
like
in Space Jam when Michael Jordan stretches his hands like going with the junk. That's me right now.
Space Jam. All right. So that happens. Mura?
I mean, yeah, with them closing on him, I can't exactly use my blast bar, so I guess I'm rushing up towards him too. Probably fly a bit off to the side first, so I come up at him at a different angle.
Okay, what's your fly speed?
1.
Okay. So we'll. All right. So you'll be about halfway there. You'll use both turns to get there, right?
Sure.
You'll be in his face from a different angle. Katsumi used her turns to get there, so she's gonna. She's gonna try to kick the hand that is martial artsing. She fails miserably. We don't need to talk about that. She just totally goes to kick, and she kicks the space between the finger and the ball, just right through it. just terrible. She looks just totally ashamed. He's going to laugh and say, "I hope you all can breathe in space!" And then, whoom,
Ah,
attack will
shit.
start moving down slowly. There is one person in the way of the attack, and his name is Cowbell.
This is why I said
Cowbell.
I hate being revived by the dragon. How bad do I die?
Are you gonna try to no, dude, totally thematically? Are you just gonna Because I'll initiate a struggle, so you can try to push this thing away.
I'm gonna try it because I can't let it hit the earth.
Okay. So we'll initiate a quote-unquote struggle. So we'll just assume that we're in the collision. So I'm going to need you to make a melee check, because essentially you're meleeing against his ki.
That'd be my martial arts.
Yep.
Good. This is actually the first time I've done
martial arts and willpower. All of your willpower must be spent.
I only have the one that I start off with.
You start off with willpower equal to something plus something.
Plus your intelligence plus charisma divided by 2.
Wow, 1 and 1, got it.
Yeah. So the extra die from that's 5. So yeah, I have 5 dice at least, Yes. Let's see. What's the side? 2. That's 6 successes.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
What? Please tell me I was 1 off.
Yes, from his 5.
Yes.
So, Conch, would you like to describe how you absorb this ball and throw it back at him? Because he's going to take his own ball. That's just what happens.
Okay, so what happens is the ball. How big is the ball? Like it's like really big, right?
It's big, yeah. It's taking your whole body.
Yep. I am stretching my arms to try to engulf it and try to hold it back. You know, just to spread out my ki. You know, to just hold it because I don't have enough powerful ki on my own in one concentrated spot. So I figured spreading it out is going to help. So I'm right there. I'm holding it back, and I slam dunk it on him.
Okay, so I'm totally cool with that. You're going to have to roll the attack.
What is that? Key attack? Is this me?
No, roll a physical. Your damage, essentially, is all I'm asking for, is your physical damage.
All right. That's 3 successes, plus my 4 for physical damage, which makes it a 7.
Okay, so 7 plus... Oh, Jesus.
And this is how Cowbell wins the day.
Okay. He's going to fall out of the sky, and he's laying on the ground hurt. He's not dead, but you could probably put him out of his goddamn misery if you wanted to.
I'll be there huffing and puffing. I'm like...
No, not you, Murrah. You are huffing and puffing.
No, I was going to say, I'm huffing and puffing, and I'm like... Man, look at Murrah. You want to do the honors? Your planet.
She like blink at you owlishly for a second. It's like, did you seriously just do that? But like she composes herself on the floor. It just goes, and then shoots down to just crush his neck.
You kill him? So very inheroic.
No. No. Killing is not what she said. She said crush his neck.
And again, like I take after old Indian heroes. They kill people a lot.
Roll damage.
And then we have a Saiyan and a Namekian.
And then number 3.
All right.
Hey man, we're not like merciful like.
Since you're coming down from flight, add your fly ranks to the number of dice that you would roll.
Thank you for adding in inertia to attacks.
4 successes.
All right. How much damage is that total?
8.
8. All right. You into his neck. He's just like, ah!
He crushes his neck.
And he's down for the count. He's just kind of laying there, his tongue's hanging out, all birder style.
Well, now he can't speak anymore. At least there's that.
Did you say birder style?
Yeah, when Birder dies, he's gonna.
Like you really that's just mean.
All right, so that'll happen.
Then Murrah suddenly realizes she has no idea what the proper protocol for this sort of thing is.
Kitsumi's just going to come down from flight, and she's going to be like, "Should we let him leave?"
Can he? It's like gently prod him.
Yeah, these Arcosians are stupidly sturdy.
I don't know.
Dead, but I don't think he's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly down eventually. And
if he's part of Freeze's clan, they're mutants. They don't actually die unless you destroy every bit of them.
We might want to report this to the Time Patrol.
I don't think this is really their purview.
Whose purview is it? Because I'm not really comfortable just letting him go. I mean, have you ever heard of an Arcosian that wasn't horrifically vengeful?
Yeah. Pyre.
Most Arcosians that I have met have not been horrifically vengeful.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, everybody gets a bad rap because of just one of a couple clans.
The most well-known one.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I'll take care to be less racist in the future. However, it doesn't change the fact this one did come from the rather negative Arcosians. And I don't get the impression that he'll just leave us alone.
All right. I mean, we could take him to the Galactic Patrol office here on Earth.
I'm okay with that.
What? Negracosians?
Yes. Negative Arcosians.
Oh. That's... I would look at the way you spelt that, and I would change the spelling on how you spelt that.
I spelled exactly how it's supposed to be, keeping the two words together.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I guess I'll just hoist up the body and fly him to the Galactic Patrol office.
Okay. Kasumi will follow.
I'm you guys start going. I'm like, then I look back at the ship. Guess I have to take care of this then.
Take care of what?
He said he has a force.
Yeah, that's why we're giving it to the Time Patrollers, or the Time Patrols. Jesus, the Galactic Patrol. That's their problem.
I don't get paid to fight the small guys. I'm gonna
Bring the spaceship and let's go.
You think anyone's going to try to fight you after the stunt you just pulled?
What stunt did he just pull?
The thing where he pushed back the death ball?
Oh, he does that once a week.
I mean, I'm not an idiot. I wouldn't do it unless I feel like I could.
Didn't you utter the phrase, I hate to be resurrected by the dragon, more than once in that fight?
You must have been hearing things.
I have never been resurrected by the dragon, so I have no idea what's going on.
You were hearing things.
Mara, did you hear, or young lady, did you hear it?
I heard something to that effect, yes.
By the way, you sure can handle yourself in a fight. My name's Katsumi, and she sticks out a hand.
Ah, shuffles the weight on her shoulders, sits her own hand. Mura Danshore.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My green friend is Cowbell the Namekian.
A wave.
His arm is like really long and stupid because he hasn't recoiled it yet. So it's just like, it's an inflatable arm, man.
Who named you Cowbell?
Oh.
Who named you Mura?
Never mind, not getting into this.
That's how I win.
I mean, he's got a sibling named Triangle, too.
Yep.
And another named Didgeridoo. This whole clan that I've met. They're ridiculous.
Aliens and their strange names.
That's
You
racist.
don't blame me. You blame,
See, to me, you have a strange name.
humans and their multiple names for calling one person something.
Yeah, us Saiyans, man. We just one name and we're done.
Same thing with the Namekians.
What's your name? Katsumi. What's your last name? What's a last name?
I got one name. It's first
It's a
and
mononym, like Cher.
Interesting. Well, I think there's long been too many humans for us to suffice with one name.
Are you saying that the Namekian and I have too few of our race to worry about overlapping names?
That's racist.
That is specious, man. Woman?
Can we end this conversation? It's making me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you're a speciest.
Getting on us, on non-humans.
What a...
I feel like I got off to a bad start.
Anyway, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. Are you entering the World Martial Arts Tournament?
Indeed I am.
I look forward to fighting you.
And I you.
I'm here too.
That's
Ignore him.
So that's nice.
Okay. We're going to end it here with a look to the future. And in the future, it shows Cowbell and his brother Conch fighting at the World Martial Arts Tournament, destroying most of the grounds. And then in the fades out to the patrol office where someone is getting freed. Next time on Dragon Ball Victory, Kurza's free? Question mark.
Damn it, law enforcement!
Because they always spoil the next episode.
But they always do it like, oh, come on, they can't realize it. You say curse is free. Come on, no one's going to get that. That could mean anything.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody that showed up to watch or that does watch this game. This is the first game, and again, I'm just going to remind the viewers that the system itself is continuing being written, so rules change from edition to edition, and even though you've read one edition, the next edition is different in some ways, so you're not necessarily sure some of the rules. So again, as I said, we might have to look at the book just to verify that in this edition there are. Aside from that, it was a lot of fun. I hope that this game continues for a good while. I liked the characters. They're gonna, much like Chris does with L5R. I'm gonna have them do a 20 questions, and we'll throw it up on the website for you. And I'm gonna do a why you should play video of Dragon Ball the RPG, and I'm gonna do just a quick, get to meet the characters. Drop Dice did it with just himself. I'm gonna have a short 5-minute video or so with the character going over their 20 questions and kind of, then I'm going to ask as the interviewer, different other questions and see how their character responds to kind of tailor it towards the game style. So that way, we get sort of a different look at the character than normal. But that's it. So hopefully this will be a weekly broadcast. I hope to go from like 4 to 7 or 5 to 7:30. The time hasn't really been nailed down exactly yet, but we'll let you guys know that in the future. And as always, we will see you at the gaming table.
Later.